Well, that just happened. Hey guys, this is Camfrey15, and I'm back with another video for you guys. Crisis is already starting off, and it's starting off with a bang. But Crisis is starting off in a way where you never would think to even see this coming. There's so many emotions right now I'm feeling right now. I'm trying to hold back if you saw the episode. So anyways, I'm going to get into this episode review. Now, first things first, for you guys who check out my CW content, whether it's Supergirl, Arrow, or Flash, I know I haven't been making episode reviews of like the last few episodes. My bad on that. But after part 1 of Crisis is done, when they go on break for Crisis, I will basically upload, the first half of my thoughts on Supergirl, Arrow, Flash, Batwoman, and Black Lightning. So I will do basically my first half thoughts of the season. So that's what you can look forward to. Now with this Arrow, Supergirl, and Flash thing, I'll probably be just talking about the episodes that I did not review mostly, but then I'll probably cap it off talking about the overall season and how it is going. But other than that, let's get down to this week's episode, Supergirl episode 9 / Crisis on Infinite Earths episode 1. I've been waiting for this event since they announced it, basically last crossover. They gave it to us. It's here now. Funny thing is, right now I told my sister to basically record the aftermath show of Crisis, because right now that's going on my streaming device, but I'm here to making the video and gonna upload it in a few minutes. But anyways, let's get down to the nitty gritty. This episode delivered tonight. And yes, that ending. I'm not going to talk about it now, but I'm going to get to it. So anyways, for you guys who have not seen Crisis on Infinite Earths, episode 1, spoiler warning. Do not see this review or any other person's review of Crisis on Infinite Earths till you see this episode. Otherwise, you will get heavily spoiled, and not just say it might ruin the experience, it might take away that first reaction. So anyways, we're going to get to it. You've all been warned. If you're seeing this blind, I hope that you're not seeing this without seeing the first episode, but here we go. So anyways, the episode starts off with basically the Monitor, monologuing about all the different Earths and all the different heroes, like Arrow, Supergirl, Flash, Batwoman, stuff like that. And then, it cuts to different people's Earths. It cut to, I should have wrote this down, personally, when I was taking my notes. I'll be prepared for tomorrow night's episode. But, I don't remember the Earths, but there was an Earth that referenced the Titans TV show. Yes, the Titans TV show on the Disney Plus, not on the Disney Plus, the DC streaming service, that was mentioned. So basically that means the Titans, I guess, in a way can be connected to the Arrowverse in an aspect. They go, I think, to an Earth, from what I remember, I think it was like Earth 89. And it was basically, it referenced basically the Batman the animated series, because it had, oh no, not 89, it was an Earth that referenced the first Batman movie from 1989, and it had the iconic Batman 89, movie soundtrack, the dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 that they went to another Earth. I think it was Earth 66, and I think it also referenced the old Batman TV show. And I think the guy who was talking, I think that might have been an actor on that TV show. I don't know much about that TV show, but I know on their first few Earths they reference like some major things. Then they cut to like our Earth, or where it picks off from the mid-season episode of Arrow, and that was when Mia and Oliver were talking about the stuff on Leon Yu and how Oliver has always been upset and never got over it, but things like that. So basically, it then later cut, but it goes to Supergirl's Earth, and basically there's like earthquakes going on and stuff like that. Things are going insane, and they're Supergirl, Alex, and Brainy. They're all talking what's going on, and basically John shows up. He's like, yes, there's a crisis that's coming right now, and yeah. So basically, so basically, they're talking out. I think it goes back to the Arrow scene. Right now, I'm going all over the place, and I'm trying to remember as much as I can. But anyways, it goes. So anyways, before, like, I know before it cuts to Supergirl. Lila, Harbinger, shows up, and basically, tells Oliver and Mia that crisis is here. So they get snapped. Or this bright light happens, and they're covering their faces. Then it goes to Central City. She shows up to runs into Barry, because you remember the Red Sky showed up in Central City. So basically, she does the same thing. We see Brandon Routh's character on Legends, and Sarah Lance. Ray. So we see Ray and Sarah. Sorry, I don't watch Legends all that much, so I don't know some of these. I forget some of these characters' names. It's been so long since we've seen Sarah and Ray. But anyways, she does the same thing. Like after they're at some bar, basically does the same thing. And then in Batwoman's thing, if you've been watching Batwoman, basically, spoilers if you haven't been seeing Batwoman. Like I said, there's gonna be spoilers. So if you haven't seen Batwoman, viewer discretion advised. Basically, after her mid-season finale, which N-Words killed her big bad, which is looking like her big bad Alice, which is AKA her real sister. They just got off an episode where the real sister literally killed the stepmom, even though the stepmom was basically corrupt as hell. And basically, she's beating up her gang to look for Alice, her sister. And Harbinger shows up and basically says, Kate, we need you for, the multiverse is in danger. So so as much as Kate doesn't want to do it, she gets snapped. Then they go back to the DEO in Supergirl's world, on Earth 38. Also, I think I forgot to mention, they see, so Brainy sees and recognizes there's the antimatter wave is like going across basically their universe and taking things out. So the next quickest thing before it hits Earth 38 was Argo. Like you saw in the trailers, Argo gets destroyed. So they do cut away to what Lois and Clark are doing, and they're basically looking at their kid, Jonathan, and they're just basically talking about, like, how Superman is basically a hero that can do anything, but he can't change a diaper, or he can't take care of a baby, basically. So basically, Kara does send them the message that, Argo is gonna be destroyed. So basically, they find Kara's mom when the Red Skies appear on Argo, and basically Kara's mom puts Jonathan with Kal-El and Lois in basically a Kryptonian pod. And I found it so insane that they did the same it's like kind of a full circle thing. Superman was put in a pod when he was a baby, and his parents did this honestly the same exact speech as he did and Lois did to Jonathan, and basically they sent him off for a destination to Earth. Um, so yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see where this goes. So they basically, send him off. And anyways, coming back to the deal, that's when Lila appears with basically everybody. Well, not everybody, with the exception of Sarah, Ray, and Barry. Um, Basically, she brings Mia, Oliver, Lois, and Superman. Basically, Superman tells Kara that he couldn't save her mom, and they have a and oh, also Kate's there, and basically Kate's like, "Where the hell am I?" She punches Lila, and basically she's like, "That's for doing what you did. I was about to get to a freaking make the bunny talk." Um, but because if you don't watch Batwoman, basically her enemies right now consist of these thugs that just wear bunny masks like they're out of like Alice in Wonderland. Watch Batwoman to see it, even if you're not liking where Batwoman's going. I think personally Batwoman's actually picking up and it's actually good. I think people just have to give it a chance. I really haven't seen SJW stuff as people have been saying, but I think Supergirl's been really good not Supergirl, Batwoman's been really good this season. But that's just my opinion, not yours. But anyways, Batwoman talks to, or she sees Kara, and basically at first she doesn't trust, taking off her mask, but then when she does, Oliver sees like, not shocking that you're Kate Kane. So anyways, Harbinger talks over like, about basically what's going on and the fact that, Earth 38 is the stand where they're going to make to basically fight off basically and save this Earth. So basically this big like metal tower thing comes in and they think something crazy is happening. But Barry, Ray, and Sarah all say, look, that's nothing to be a problem with. That thing's actually assisting us. So basically, it cuts back from the break or whatever, and basically, I know Superman and Lois. They want to get John because apparently John is in like, or I forgot what Earth, but it's like in the year like 2040 something on some different like opposite Earth basically. So so what basically Superman wants to go get the kid, but basically Oliver's like, no, we need you here. We need you to stay here because if you're not here and something bad happens, then we're screwed basically. So basically, Lois, Sarah, and Brainy all go together to the other Earth to go pick up Jonathan, and I'll cut away to that. I'll talk about that. So basically, when we get to that Earth, I forgot what Earth. Like I said, I need to take notes and write better notes, but I'll be prepared tomorrow. But anyways, they go to this Earth in the year 2046, I believe it was the year, or 2049. I think it was 2049. But anyways, they go to that, they cut to that, and basically they're in the bunker because that's where Jonathan's at. And, because he was in Star City, he landed in Star City in the bunker. So basically, Brainy basically gets tied up, and we're like, okay, who the heck is going on? What the heck's going on? So then, Green Arrow pops down, and it's Oliver, obviously fighting. And Sarah's fighting him, and she's like, Oliver, calm down. It's just me. It's me, Sarah, and stuff like that. And then when, Lois hears Jonathan, she goes to go retrieve Jonathan. And basically, when the fight between Sarah and Oliver stops, he pulls down his hood, and we see what it is, like an older Oliver, like legit older. You can see on Stephen Amell's like makeup in his face that it's an older Oliver. Like you can see the wrinkles. He's obviously older. His voice is crazy deep. And basically, him and Sarah have a talk about, and Sarah's telling him about the different Earths and stuff like that. And basically, that Oliver basically, blames himself for, Sarah dying on the Queen's Gambit. So I'm guessing this is basically a different Earth where I'm guessing, Sarah really dies on the Gambit, basically. And at first Sarah's like, but no, I found you on the Queen's Gambit, and basically I guess Sarah's dead on this Earth. So basically they have an emotional talk, and this Oliver is like, not even knowing what the hell is going on, like what the hell she's even talking about. And, before they leave, Sarah's like, you're a great father, and basically. It's funny because she, even before she goes, she does tell present day Oliver, like, after all this time, I never thought you'd be basically a good parent after everything you've been through. Which was a pretty emotional moment. So anyways, while that side plot happened, they went back. That side plot went well enough. It was really interesting to see. Now, my speculation is, I wonder if they're gonna bring that old man Oliver back. So I figured they might bring him back, but if you get what I mean by bring him back. But yeah, well, we won't talk about that till later on. So anyways, back in the DEO as they're preparing to get ready for, to fight, basically, Oliver calls in Mia, and basically he has this case, and basically I guess it's like he gives her basically her own Green Arrow costume, and Mia's like, I don't think I should wear this, but Oliver's like, no, you should, because it's probably not gonna fit me. And she does put it on this episode, and she did look cool with it. Now, it would even be even cooler if she had the hood, because if she had the hood with it, I'm like, yes, like father like daughter. But yeah, so anyways, we get to the fight where, or actually before that, so obviously Alex had got in contact with the president on Earth 38 and basically said we need to evacuate the people, basically. And she gets in contact with, the president. Also, John talks to her and basically says like, well, we're not gonna get everybody off of here unless we can take them to another Earth. And basically, if you have not been watching Supergirl, basically, if you know Lena Luthor, the sister of Lex Luthor, what's happening on Supergirl right now is basically Lena was friends with Kara, which is basically, obviously, is Supergirl. But from last season, she finds out at the end that, from last season's season finale, Lena finds out through Lex that Kara is Supergirl, and she's really upset at Kara, and she's pissed off, and she's not really friends with Kara at the moment. So if you're watching this episode, questioning, why is this chick upset at, Kara and Alex? Well, it's because Kara kind of hid her identity, and Lena feels like, Kara doesn't trust her anymore. And basically, the trust between Kara and Lena is done. So anyways, Alex goes to Lena, or John tells Alex, you need to talk to Lena to basically make a cross-dimensional portal, basically, to send these ships that the government's basically sending to transport people to another Earth. So basically, Alex goes to Lena's little headquarters, or her little, workspace, and basically look, I know you're pissed off at me, and I know you have the right to be, but look, the world's at stake here, and we need you to make a cross-dimensional portal. So even though reluctantly, Lena basically says that I don't give a rat's butt. I'm not gonna trust you guys, regardless. But if it's to save the world, I will have to do what I must. So basically, she makes a little, I guess, short-term alliance to basically make the cross-dimensional portal and, basically get the people out of there. Now, basically, obviously, the fight that's raging on is basically where these shadow demons are popping up out of nowhere, and they're just basically attacking. and basically, um, Ray and Barry, Barry, Oliver, Mia, and the other heroes and Kate, they all fight him off. Quick thing, earlier in the episode, when there is little scene where Oliver and Barry have a talk before all this even happens. And I know I'm jumping around, but still, I thought it was a pretty interesting scene because Barry talks to Oliver and he's basically like, "Hey, look, the monitor, the paper from the Flash where it shows the Flash disappears in Crisis." So basically, he tells Oliver like, "Yeah, I'm going to die in Crisis," and Oliver's like, "No, no, 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 you're not supposed to die." He's like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "The monitor came up," and Barry tells Oliver, "The monitor came up to me I guess a few months ago at this time, and basically said, you know, I'm going to die in Crisis." So basically, Oliver calls for the monitor. The monitor answers him. They go back to that little freaking, I guess, wherever he's located at place, like you saw from last season, our last season's crossover with the monitor. And basically, Oliver's like, "You told me Barry and Kara wouldn't die." And basically, the monitor just tells him, "Look," or he's like, Oliver, or he basically says like, "Look, whenever that regular crossover, or that crossover from last year, what the incident that happened last year, um, yeah, I said I would spare their lives, but now this is a whole different predicament." So basically, even though Oliver went on his word even though Oliver went on his word and accepted to terms that he would die in place of Barry and Kara, he kind of goes back on it at the same time, even though he says it's like a whole different situation. So that's what Oliver's feeling, and right now he's pissed at him, or Oliver's pissed at the monitor. So anyways, they do the fighting. The Red Skies automatically show up, and basically that metal tower, basically keeps the Red Skies in check from, I think from this, it's from the antimatter from like basically hitting the Earth 38. So basically, the Red Skies come up, and Superman and Supergirl basically use their laser vision to basically reactivate the machine or the tower, and basically the skies go back to being clear again. And basically, it's just basically a all-out fight with the shadow demons and stuff like that. Lena also gets there. Will Before Lena is about to finish the super dimensional portal, basically she needs to come up with something. Otherwise, basically the ships that go through the portal would just basically be vaporized, and everyone would just die for nothing. So basically, Alex mentions, I forgot this one theory. I forgot the person's theory, but she mentions this one theory. Lena's like, "Okay, you're right." So they use the theory, and it basically works. But before that, since the ground was all shaking and everything, there was like earthquakes happening, like these rocks. There's one debris was almost fell on Lena. Alex saves Lena, and this is kind of catered to like Supergirl fans. So Supergirl fans pay attention to this one. And basically, you know, Alex asked, Lena, "Are you okay?" And Lena just says, "Yeah, I'm fine, thanks." But Lena also gives a snide comment saying like, "Just because you helped me that one time and you saved me, doesn't mean we're gonna be goody two shoe friends anymore." So yes, but as for my Supergirl fans who watch my Supergirl content, um, when I make my first half thoughts of Supergirl, I'll give my thoughts on where this Lena versus Kara thing will go. But yeah, so obviously Lena's, despite even Alex doing a pretty nice thing by basically saving her life, she don't give no crap, and she's not gonna forgive him for anything. So anyways, basically the portal is completed. You see ships going through, and this is like a few minutes like into the episode after like a break or something like that. Brainy also does give John the keys to like this crazy ship. So this really big ship where they can carry more people, and basically the people go through the portal, and they're saved. It is basically confirmed that a lot of people were basically saved. Millions of people were saved in the event. Now, the monitor Now they do like a whole stand. The heroes do the whole stand where they're basically fighting all these shadow demons, basically, and the Monitor shows up out of nowhere. He just plops and he's like, we don't have any more time left, basically, and he's like, and Oliver, I think Oliver shouts back at him. He's like, yeah, Oliver shouts back. He's like, have all the people been evacuated yet? And, the Monitor basically says no. And he's like, well, then we're not done here yet. We're waiting until the people are all evacuated. And the Monitor's like, listen, listen, I cannot lose any more pawns in this. I need these guys. So he basically just teleports these guys to Earth 1, one by one. You see all of them go through the portals, teleporting, and stuff like that. And, Barry's the last one. He's like, Oliver! And he was like, you heard in the trailer. And then boom. And then Oliver's all by himself. And basically the Monitor is like, look, Oliver, we need to go now. And Oliver's like rebelling against him. He's like, no, I'm staying here till all the people are saved. So basically he gets punched back and forth. So basically he shoots basically like a stun arrow at the Monitor to prevent him from sending him to another Earth, sending him to Earth 1 2. And basically because of the Monitor just idly stands back, or he just dips, basically. I don't know what he did. And, Oliver's trying to fight out the remaining shadow demons. And basically he getting like punched back and forth. And, he loses his bow. But when he picks his bow back up, he reaches for another arrow, and then he realizes he has no more arrows anymore. So he throws down his bow, and then the camera pans to like thousands of shadow demons, basically looking like they're gonna like literally beat the ever-living crap out of Oliver. And basically Oliver, in slow motion, just charges right at them. And then, we find then everybody's transported. I think we go to commercial. I think it was commercial break or something like that. But I don't know. But we're in Star City. We're in the bunker. Earth 1 Star City's in the bunker, and basically everyone's there. And then, boom! Here comes the Monitor. And then, boom, here comes Oliver, basically on the bed. And when you see Oliver, he is literally beat the hell up. Like, literally beat the hell up. And he's literally on the brink of death. Like, literally he got beaten so bad, he is literally on his deathbed now. And this is where the feels freaking hit. So the Monitor said, the Monitor said basically, he basically kept fighting to save millions of people. And if it wasn't for his sacrifice, millions of people there would have been more people that would have died. Now, Nash Wells are now pariah. He shows up. And we get the understanding of his character and stuff like that. And when he tells us, the crazy things. And then it shifts back to basically Oliver saying his last words. And he's saying his last words to Mia. And he's basically saying, make sure you tell your mom, or make sure you go see your mom. I didn't cry for the scene, but it was very, very hard not to cry. And they pan to basically Kara, Barry, Sarah, Mia. They're all crying because, and then Oliver tells Barry, like, look, I made a deal with this guy to basically save you and Kara's life. Now you guys are basically the heroes that need to stop this crisis. So yeah, and then this is what I mean by crisis start off with a bang. a WTF. Oliver Queen, and this is huge spoilers. Oliver Queen dies. Episode 1 of Crisis. He's dead. Gone. Dead. When I was watching the last few minutes, like, they really killed Oliver off in the first episode. They really just killed Oliver off in the first episode. Most of you people are Arrow fans. I guarantee. I'm trying to hold back the tears because even talking about it, it literally ripped the soul out of you. And I know what you guys feel, especially Arrow fans who watch all the way back from season 1 to now, just to see the main character just die, and it's just a heart-rending scene. I swear, when I watch people's reactions, I swear, I know I'm gonna see tears. I'm almost about to cry just even talking about it right now, and I don't want to. That was a very emotional scene. Very. I swear, I never saw this coming. If they were gonna kill Oliver, I thought they would kill him like the final episode of Crisis. But the fact that they killed him off episode 1, that's insane. Just insane. So the monitor starts talking again before the episode ends off, and basically it's like we were all saying, like, I can't believe that just happened. He's basically saying the same thing. It's like, I knew he was gonna basically die, but I never predicted it in a way like this. And basically the episode ends off with him and Pariah, the monitor and Pariah basically saying, this changes everything now. And things could now turn for the worst. So, in the monitor's prediction, apparently you saw that Oliver was supposed to not even die at this moment. He was supposed to still be alive. But, yeah, Oliver is now confirmed deceased, and he is, well, not the first people, but the first people of Heroes that is died. And all I gotta say is Barry's not too far from him either. But yes, then that's how the episode ends. And then, next episode, which is tomorrow's episode, which focuses on Batwoman, they're gonna go find Batman, I guess, from what it's looking like. So yeah, Crisis on Infinite Earths episode 1 kicked off with a bang and a WTF at the end, and an emotional moment at the end. It was a great episode, 10 out of 10. CW, they're already DC, they're already kicking it off in a bang. Great episode, 10 out of 10. One of the best, CW DC TV show episodes I have seen. Honestly, top 5. Now, well, if we're talking crossovers, this is top 5 episode of crossover, if not number 1 episode. Well, we'll just have to see how it goes as it leading up, and I feel like it's only going to get better. So, yeah, and that is really my review of Supergirl episode 9 / Crisis on Infinite Earths episode 1. As for my thumbnail, you'll see my thumbnail, obviously, when you click the video, but I thought for at first doing images from the episode, but I'm just gonna put, since it really doesn't cater, well, even though it is episodes from different CW DC TV shows, I think I'm just gonna do my facial reaction from what I thought in the episode, and then I'll just post the poster next to my face, and then I have the titles what it is called and stuff like that. So yes, it's going to be interesting to see where this goes. So tomorrow night is going to be Batwoman's Crisis on Infinite Earths episode. So yeah. I also think Black Lightning is tomorrow too. I will do a review for Black Lightning's episode since it looks like it's gonna have a tie-in to Cry. Well, I'll see if I post a Black Lightning episode review. I probably will because Black Lightning is a part of this crossover, so I'll more than likely do a Black Lightning review. And I'll probably call it like Crisis on Infinite Earths episode 2.5 or something like that. Because even though that kind of caters more to the Black Lightning slide, they're still dealing with Crisis on Infinite Earths stuff. So, yeah, if you were just wondering if I was going to do the Black Lightning TV show review for that episode. So, other than that, yeah, that's all I got to say. I had a great episode tonight. Can't wait for tomorrow night because, man, it's going to be crazy. I just wish I wasn't doing finals. Like, I just wish it wasn't, like, finals period right now. Because right now, tomorrow is my week for college finals. If I was just at home chilling on break, trust and believe, videos would be a lot simpler. But, yeah, we're going to see where Crisis goes from here. So we're looking like the next episode, we're going to see Batman, or Kevin Conroy. Like to see that. Other than that, if you like this video, leave a like. If you want to see more CW content, hit that subscribe button. You'll get more CW content, and you'll get more reviews for this year's crossover, Crisis on Infinite Earths. Other than that, leave a comment in the comment section what you thought on tonight's episode, and what is your thoughts on the Oliver death. I'd really like to hear your guys' thoughts on that, because that was just shocking. Other than that, I'm going to get out of here. This has been Camper 15. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow night for Batwoman Episode 9, Episode 2 of Crisis on Infinite Earths. You guys have a great night. Peace.